Bull. The US Open Stadium has sold out in a matter of hours thanks to Alex Eala and Felix augur Aliassime, and New York is in high spirits. The $1 million mixed doubles competition has already smashed records before Ivy High 1A, a 21-year-old from the Philippines, and her Canadian partner had even taken the court. The Eala effect has officially taken over Flushing Meadows, with 78,000 spectators swarming the grounds and Arthur Ashe Stadium full. This is not how everybody anticipated it would end. A partnership that has everyone talking, a wild card admission, and an excessive demand for tickets that has caused resale prices to soar over $20,000 for a single session. Something extraordinary occurred as soon as the US Open mixed doubles draw was revealed, with Alex Eala and Felix augur Aliassime among the wild card entries. The cost of tickets skyrocketed. Suddenly, resale listings for US decisions shot up to $20,000 for a single session. Not for a Grand Slam championship match, not for the finals. 4 sessions with the Canadian partner of the 21-year-old Filipino celebrity. The figures were astounding. A prize fund of $1 million for mixed doubles. A stellar field that includes Carlos Alcaraz, Serena Williams, Aryna Sabalenka, and Novak Djokovic. Nevertheless, matches with the wild card entry from the Philippines were in the most demand. The story was conveyed through the scenes in Flushing Meadows. The Arthur Ashe Stadium was completely filled. Fans filled Louis Armstrong Stadium to capacity. Approximately 78,000 people flocked to the grounds to witness the Eala effect in action. The 4th-ranked player in the world, Felix augur Aliassime, who had previously advanced to the US Open semifinals, knew what was about to happen. He stated, "It's a great opportunity to kind of feel what it's like to have that Eala effect and her fan base behind me. She's younger than me, which makes it sort of amusing, but I think she has a fan following and is carrying the crowd. Thus, it will be fascinating." Joan Bosch, Eala's coach, described how overwhelming the support had grown. Bosch told Tennis 365, "We never imagined this would be like this. They are present every place we go. We discovered a few Filipinos on the plane this morning. They traveled from Washington to Toronto to visit Alex once again." The mixed doubles weren't the only reason for the ticket frenzy. Along with Joao Fonseca, Iva Jovic, and Lerner TN, Eala was also selected to perform in the Stars of the Open charity exhibition. The Youth Foundation would benefit from a share of the ticket sales. With her career-high number 18 rating, Eala was anticipated to be seeded for the first time in her career in the women's singles main draw, which was scheduled to start on August 30th. "I sort of follow the crowd." When asked about her strategy for the US Open, Eala informed reporters, "Nothing really changes when you're on court and you know what needs to be done." The US Open had just witnessed an unprecedented event. The tennis establishment was completely taken aback by the ticket rush caused by a wild card entrance in the mixed doubles, and New York was on the verge of experiencing the Eala effect. The astounding figures depict a phenomenon that the US Open has never witnessed before. The US Open mixed doubles competition sold out Arthur Ashe Stadium's approximately 24,000 seats on both nights, drawing 78,000 spectators to the venue, according to the UCTA. 16 elite mixed doubles teams participated in the redesigned format, which was a huge hit with both players and spectators. 78,000 fans, 2 sold-out nights, millions in increased revenue from concession and retail sales, and a Grand Slam event that was already rewriting the history books. The figures become even more astounding. The Open's website and mobile app received over 2 million views, while its YouTube channel established a record with 12.8 million views in a single day. Even though Arthur Ashe Stadium can only accommodate 23,000 spectators, the demand was so great that supporters shared photos of almost 400,000 individuals waiting online for tickets to the men's singles final. The 4th-ranked Felix augur Aliassime, who had twice advanced to the US Open semifinals, knew what was about to happen. He stated, "It's a great opportunity to kind of feel what it's like to have that Eala effect and her fan base behind me. She's younger than me, which makes it kind of funny. However, it seems to me that she is carrying the crowd and has a fan base." There is a larger trend that includes the ticket rush. During the US Open tournament, Canadian airline reservations into New York increased by 14% annually. New York saw a 15% increase in domestic air arrivals. The Eala effect was fueling demand from fans in North America who wanted to see history as well as from the Filipino community. 239,370 people attended the 6-day US Open Fan Week. These figures were predicted to be destroyed this year due to Eala's existence creating previously unheard-of demand. Even though Alex Eala hasn't even participated in her first US Open match, the tennis community is watching her break records. The tennis community was dubious when the US Open revealed their redesigned mixed doubles format in 2025. However, by the time Felix Auger Aliassime and Alex Eala entered Arthur Ashe Stadium in 2026, the experiment had grown into one of the tournament's greatest success stories. Drama was intended for the format, and it succeeded. The format is best of 3 sets of 4 games each, with a 40-40 match tiebreak and a 10-point match tiebreak in place of the third set. There would only be 6 games each in the final. The shorter format prioritized rapid beginnings, aggressive play, and mental acuity above sustained endurance. Additionally, it produced the ideal setting for a wild card entry to make a big impression, which is precisely what Eala and Auger Aliassime accomplished. The almost 24,000-seat Arthur Ashe Stadium was sold out on both nights because to the mixed doubles competition, which brought 78,000 spectators to the venue. Defending champions Sara Errani and Andrea Vavasori, Serena Williams and Carlos Alcaraz, and Novak Djokovic and Aryna Sabalenka were also part of the star-studded lineup. However, sessions with the Filipino-Canadian wild card entry were in the most demand. The 4th-ranked player in the world, Felix Auger Aliassime, who had previously advanced to the US Open semifinals, knew what was about to happen. He stated, "It's a great opportunity to kind of feel what it's like to have that Eala effect and her fan base behind me. She's younger than me, which makes it sort of amusing, but I think she has a fan following and is carrying the crowd. It will therefore be fascinating." It was a risk that paid off in the mixed doubles competition. A perfect storm of demand was produced by the redesigned format and the Eala effect. The Open's YouTube channel broke a single-day record with 12.8 million views, while its mobile app and website received over 2 million visits. The biggest stars in tennis were drawn to the $1 million prize fund, and the Filipino-Canadian duo drew large crowds. Joan Bosch, Eala's coach, disclosed how overwhelming the support had grown. "We never imagined things would turn out this way," Bosch informed Tennis 365. "They are present every place we go. We discovered some Filipinos on the plane this morning. They traveled from Washington to Toronto to visit Alex once again. The event in mixed doubles that altered everything was only the start." Flushing Meadows was formerly under the influence of Eala. Felix Auger Aliassime knew exactly what he was getting into when he found out he would be playing mixed doubles with Alex Eala at the US Open, and his response perfectly captured the essence of the Eala impact. "Since I clearly didn't play last year, this is a fantastic chance for me to experience what it's like to have the Eala impact and fancy behind me." Foretold the Tennis Channel that everyone is aware. "She's younger than me, but she has a fan base, so it will be entertaining. As if she were carrying the throng. It will therefore be fascinating." The 26-year-old Canadian celebrity, a 2-time U.S. During the National Bank Open in his own country, the Olympic bronze medalist and Open semi-finalist had observed the Eala effect from a distance. He had witnessed the stadiums fill to capacity, heard the loud yells, and seen the flags of the Filipino people. He was going to see it for himself now, and the rush of tickets showed that he was correct. The roughly 24,000-seat Arthur Ashe Stadium was sold out on both nights of the US Open mixed doubles competition, which attracted an incredible 78,000 spectators. The Open's website and mobile app received over 2 million views, while its YouTube channel established a record with 12.8 million views in a single day. Fans shared screenshots of over 400,000 individuals waiting for tickets online due to the enormous demand. However, Auger Aliassime was also aware that the collaboration was unique. Both athletes are connected via the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, where Auger Aliassime trained under Tony Nadal, and Eala spent a significant portion of her early development. The instant connection that resulted from their shared experience was evident on the court. That was made possible by the conversations among the members of our teams. Auger Aliassime described the formation of the collaboration. The Canadian celebrity was going to fulfill his prophecy. He was correct. The throng was being carried by Eala. Their mixed doubles debut was a celebration of Filipino pride due to the Arthur Ashe ambience and the strong Eala influence. The former world number 4 and US Open finalist Greg Ruseski was equally certain that Eala could succeed at the US Open. Depending on how the draw goes, I wouldn't be shocked if she wins the quarterfinals and beyond, Rosetsky stated on the Off-Court podcast. He pointed out that Eala's ranking among the top 20 seeds at the US Open may make it simpler to advance to the next rounds. Just a few weeks prior, Eala had already defeated Svitolina 6-3, 6-4 in the Washington quarterfinals. The Eala Auger-Eala combo was one of the most dangerous teams in the draw because of their psychological advantage, the Eala impact, and an immediate partnership. The US Open had just witnessed an unprecedented event. The tennis establishment was completely taken aback by the ticket rush caused by a wild card entry in the mixed doubles. Auger-Eala was fully aware of the reason. Thus, we reach the point that the tennis community has been preparing for the entire season. The US Open establishment is completely surprised by the enormous ticket rush that Alex Eala and Felix Auger-Eala have already caused before they have even taken the court. The sports executive could never have foreseen the story the stats portray. The redesigned mixed doubles competition sold out Arthur Ashe Stadium's roughly 24,000 seats on both nights, drawing 78,000 spectators to the open grounds and generating millions more in revenue from concession and merchandising sales. The Open's website and mobile app received over 2 million views, while its YouTube channel established a record with 12.8 million views in a single day. Even though Arthur Ashe Stadium can only accommodate 23,000 spectators, the demand was so great that supporters shared photos of almost 400,000 individuals waiting online for tickets to the men's singles final. The fourth-ranked Felix Auger-Eala, who had twice advanced to the US Open semifinals, knew what was about to happen.